Okay, so again, I do not own the copyright to this video, and I thought I was gonna wear my hair down and it'd be okay because, like, I wore it kind of straightish. Let me pull it up though. I am supposed to be going to bed. I should have been to bed like hours ago. I have to work a double in the morning. And I've been drinking, so it's probably not the smartest of decisions I've made in my life. But you know what? This pandemic, whatever, everyone kind of knows I've struggled with my own food issues, and you know, I barely speak to some people in my family. And then I had a family member tell me how negative I was because I called her at an event, and when she helped me, they left everything downstairs, whatever, and it really hurt my feelings because I fake positive, and that's my eating disorder. So I'm trying to be more honest, which is a lot more negative as I'm getting better. Like, I've put on some weight. I finally was starting to move in that healthy pattern, and then I hear stuff like that and it spirals my brain. So I've been distancing myself from a lot of people because I have to find a way to get this part of my life it's always going to be like a little chirp in my mind, but you know what? Having an eating disorder is tough. Being an individual with an eating disorder is tough. Being friends with someone with a chronic eating disorder is tough. Being in a relationship with someone with a chronic eating disorder is tough. I tell you that up front. If you can't handle it, stay out of my life. I don't need this whole, oh, hey, you're cute, let me hook up with you. I don't want that. If I wanted to hook up with somebody, believe me, I could. Because I get to hear about what a whore I am every single freaking day. Because all these people want to sleep with me, and they've said they slept with me. Whatever. Anyway, I'm struggling bad right now. So I'm trying to get shit-faced. Got a pretty decent buzz going on. I'm not shit-faced yet though, so I'm gonna drink a little more before my double tomorrow because I feel like everyone hates me. So why bother being able to function normally when I go in? That's kind of the worst part of having an eating disorder, and me showing you this is kind of showing you how bad it can get. Sometimes this isn't showing you the worst of anorexia, because the worst of anorexia I wouldn't be touching alcohol because it has calories, or if I did, it would be like substitution of like gum, and it'd be like down to a shot a day or something. So I don't really watch my calories. Chronic eating disorder and all. Every time I've had a relapse, it's been different. So I thought, oh, I'm not counting calories, it doesn't matter. My freaking senior year of college, I had a relapse that almost killed me where I wasn't watching my calories. I was like, oh, I'm healthy because I'm aware of it. And then I had a professor confront me, I had a nurse confront me. I freaked out on the nurse and then my roommate covered or whatever for me. I don't know if she knew I had an eating disorder or not, but she was like, oh no, she eats. I was like eating the low calorie popcorn, whatever. But it kind of hurt me that she was the first person to physically say something to me, even though like I knew my professor I was close with knew like the look she gave me and stuff. And so when she kind of like lightly confronted me, I was like, okay, I can do this. I can fight this. Like, I'm gonna fight this. And I thought that I was. I'd go get food for her class. I was sleeping on my bones and stuff. So sometimes I'd skip, and I was dropping all my classes, and I was getting worse and thinking I was getting better because people knew about it. I'm like, okay, so people know, they're aware. Like, I can't get away with as much. And so I don't know what it is with the chronic eating disorder versus just one that you can recover from that makes it so different. But there's definitely a whole different mindset. I have a friend who has a 15-year-old daughter, and she knows it's going to be chronic. The daughter knows it's going to be chronic because the mentality is completely different in a chronic eating disorder. It's so scary because I know eventually, directly or indirectly, it's gonna be my undoing. Like, I've been pushing more and more people away. I think more and more people hate me. I'm beating myself up more and more, and like the mental part, like my weight is completely healthy. Like, your weight has nothing to do with it. This is probably the most healthy I've been in God knows what as far as my weight goes. It's like, well, I mean, when I weighed myself this morning anyway, I don't really know. My weight fluctuates ish, but I'm not quite, it's barely underweight, so I'm not like sick or anything. And I've been eating every day. But my mindset, it's not okay. And it's really scary because I don't know of anyone that's actually stood by someone through a chronic eating disorder. I don't know. I feel like I can look at relationships that meant the most to me, and I've eventually pushed every one of them away. And then, one of the first ones, I look back and I think and I go, well, that relationship had a solid end once, that person knew that my eating disorder took over, and the sweet little girl, or, whatever. I guess it's still a sweet little girl because that's what I stopped progressing or whatever, partially, is gone. Like, this person with all the potential in the world, this brilliant young female with a sparkling personality that lights up a room, that can, loves to speak in front of people, loves to present their point of view, loves to get their thoughts out there. That person is never coming back because the eating disorder has already taken a hold. And the longer it's there, the more it takes over and the more it's a battle. And I fight every single day to be healthy, and I've done a really, really good job. But lately it's been really tough. I had a family conversation when I was like, you're so negative, blah, blah. I was trying to vent to feel better. And society doesn't allow you to feel bad. And she's like, you're just so negative, you need to... I'm like, well, if everything in your life is going wrong, wouldn't you be negative? She's like, yeah, but you just need... Lately, I've only talked to her twice. This is why I don't talk to her. This is why I don't talk to people. I feel like everyone hates me. And I can't be honest because... no one wants honesty. Everyone wants this perfect little girl in a pretty box to smile and say everything's wonderful. It never is for anybody. The reason people have chronic eating disorders is because they're really good at maintaining that medium. But no matter what I say, it's always misconstrued. And I could be agreeing with somebody, and they still find a way to say that I'm horrible or argue. And I could say something, and 5 seconds later, someone else will say it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's so great. That's the greatest idea ever. Nothing I do will ever be right or good enough. And when you realize that, it makes you want to retreat into yourself, the shell, and just be like, oh, everything's wonderful and please everyone. Because when you try to be honest and you try to fight it, more people hate you. And so I guess that's just life. I mean, there's not a lot of people with chronic eating disorders, so if they slide through the cracks, that's part of life. I mean, mental disorders just slide through the cracks. Severe ones, anyway. And people don't want to change that. And until they do, you have to continue faking your emotions, which is awful. I wish that wasn't the case. I hate myself for being honest with my emotions because I know that more people hate me now. I mean, it is what it is. Most people hate me. I've gotten used to it, kind of. At the same time, I haven't. I don't know.